Meant to say it is little.
Legend. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Welcome back, everyone. How was lunch? What did we have?
Hot dog.
Everyone had hot dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cafeteria was on point.
It was sweet chili one.
I love that one.
Yeah. Great sweet chili sauce as well. Yeah.
All right. My name hasn't changed. No. Welcome to session 2. To support the device learning needs of the group, I'll have the handouts for you to read while you listen, and we'll take it step by step. Please feel free to ask along the way, just like last session. Before we start on the new one, let's just recap on our previous session, which was induction
for continuous improvement.
CI.
Introduction. Yeah.
We learnt about benefits, barriers, and processes of continuous improvement. Alba, what were some CI?
Sorry, say it again.
What were some of the benefits of CI or continuous
improvement? Like I suppose from like a monetary perspective, being more efficient at a workplace culture. Yeah.
Kimiko, what could be a barrier to continuous improvement?
Not having leadership on board, the resources needed to invest in continuous improvement, and like staff perceptions and hesitation of change.
Ben, how many steps are there in the process?
Steps, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. And Selena, what are those steps?
It was to review, plan, implement, and review. Oh, identify. Yeah.
Identify, plan, implement, review.
Then review.
I'm glad you asked you that.
So this session will be 30 minutes again. And then so we will go into a PowerPoint presentation, which will include class discussions just like last time. We'll have a case study again, following on with Jamie's communication case study. Test your knowledge, quiz, do some feedback, talk about the future sessions, and have an afternoon tea break before our lunch one. Alright, so let's get into it. Actually, before we get into it, I'm sorry, we need to go over some safety stuff. So, the outcome of this session. By the end of the 30-minute session, learners will understand the need for teamwork and identify teamwork roles for continuous improvement. Now, like before, the evacuation point, if you hear the siren, is there. We are here. Your toilets and fire extinguisher is behind you guys. And the first aid kit. Nearest exit is the main entrance behind it. Please be respectful to each other by listening and giving this space and time for others to contribute. Alright, now let's start. Alright. Just want to go over the quote first, which is, look at the whiteboard, that continuous improvement works best when everyone in an organisation is involved, which then leads us into the topic, teamwork for continuous improvement. In a workplace, generally, everyone is working to achieve the goals and objectives of the organisation. However, that does not necessarily mean that they are working in a team. Individuals can feel excluded from others, Not agree with others or prefer to work by themselves. Teamwork is when a group of people work together to achieve a common goal. Teamwork is about everyone participating and being included in the workplace activities and tasks. Having good teamwork also has a positive impact in the workplace. To function effectively as a team, there needs to be cooperation between team members, effective communication including active listening and asking questions to clarify, collaboration where team members combine their skills and knowledge to complete the tasks, respect for other members of the team, responsibility for actions, leadership to help guide the team. In your experience, when you have felt that you've been unable to achieve a task with fellow workers at Gear Up, was there any points from this list that was lacking?
I think when just some experience that we've had in our transport and logistics team, when people aren't ready to collaborate, it's just really hard. Like it feels like there's just this wall put up, and so it just means that you just can't function effectively as a team because everyone's just like not showing up ready to work and collaborate.
Do you feel that when things don't work, no one's taking responsibility for actions? We do have a lack of leadership.
I think, I think it comes down to also having respect for each other because when we have like true respect in our team, we feel like we are like everyone is giving that to each other. It also means if someone's maybe not pulling their weight one day, you sort of give them the benefit of the doubt, like there must be something going on or something like that. Whereas, so maybe the foundation, like for our team, is really having that respect to then help facilitate people feeling responsible for their actions and better collaboration with one another.
The important one for, like I'd say, there's a few important things there about the effective communication, including active listening and asking questions. Like it's really hard if you don't feel you can ask questions to clarify, or if you're put down or something when it happens. And that's a part of feeling respected, even to be able to ask questions to clarify and not get put down for it or something.
Yeah, they need to join together these points, don't they?
Mm.
How about a time when your team was working well and achieved growth, productivity? Looking at this list, some of the dot points made that stood out? Tell me that.
I feel like the responsibility for action, like being given ownership, being empowered, having that clarity and knowing that you are responsible for having action, that when there's some progress made, that feels like that's a really common thing that you'll see, where otherwise it feels like you've got a bit of a ceiling because you've just got to go between people who actually need to make the action happen. So when it's effective teamwork that I've been part of, it feels like everyone's really clear on what their responsibility is so that they can make the impact.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at some team roles. So, L1, might be a bit hard for you to read up there, so.
Thank you.
In a workplace, each person has a specific job role with responsibilities appropriate to the role. Workplaces will have job descriptions that will detail the tasks and responsibility for each job in the organisation. There will be times in a workplace where there will be specific projects or tasks, such as a continuous improvement project, where staff need to work together. To work effectively as a team, there needs to be certain roles and responsibilities within the team. These roles include the team leader, The team leader provides direction, supervision and guidance to the team, explains the goals and allocates tasks, and then makes sure that the team stays on track. Coordinator or administrator organises and coordinates the team, including scheduling, meetings, keeping track of deadlines and progress of the team, and tracking progress of the team. Subject matter experts, someone who has the knowledge and skill in the goals and outcomes of the team. Team member, someone who works collaboratively with other members of the team. An analyst, someone who will analyse the problem and give insights to the other team members. Creative thinker, someone who will think outside the box to generate solutions to problems. And a researcher, someone who will research the problem and solution. They will communicate their findings to the group. And lastly, a quality controller, someone who will ensure that the solution met standard and quality expectations of the organisation. These roles are not necessarily for one person per role. One person could play multiple tasks, one may play multiple roles if the task requires or the size of the team requires it. So stay on team roles for a little bit. Team roles. Continued. Continuous improvement teams require a range of people so that the problems and solutions can be analysed from multiple angles. While some roles, such as a team leader and coordinator/administrator, will be set roles, other roles will likely occur naturally as the team members contribute using their skills and experience. Some workplaces may establish a team by choosing certain people with certain skills and knowledge. An example could be a disability care organisation wants to improve their centre-based activities for their clients. The management decides to put together a team of workers, including support workers as the subject matter experts, quality coordinator as a quality controller, marketing manager as a creative thinker, IT support worker as an analyst and researcher, program coordinator as a coordinator/administrator, human resource manager as the team leader. We're just going to have a look at a case study. So it's still Jamie's communication system. We'll have a bit of a read about it. There's two parts to this one. The first one, read on your own and we'll read together. And then I'll read the second one. Alright, had a bit of a quick read. Alright, so Jamie and Sarah are going to introduce the idea of communication system at the next staff meeting. They know that agents will not be happy as they are very busy and do not like change. Jamie and Sarah have made a presentation about the objectives and benefits of having an effective communication system. They have decided that rather than telling the agents what new system will be used, the staff meeting as a planning session to include the agents in planning a system that will work for everyone. So let's just touch on this a little bit. What barriers are Jamie and Sarah seeing?
That people in the business don't like change, they're resistant to change.
So then this part of the case study, what step in the process would this one be?
Identify.
Identify, yeah. And then they're starting to
And then the planning,
planning.
Collaboration.
is they're working out how they'll do a strategy for how they'll actually present it and do it.
Due to the barrier. So they've now identified a barrier and are now working out during the plan that they implement. The discussion in the staff meeting was short, but there was lots of ideas provided that needed more analysis. It was decided that there would be a team of staff created to investigate the issue and develop a solution. Jamie and Sarah worked together to form a team. They decided that Sarah will be the team leader. Jamie will be the coordinator/administrator. Jamie will also be the subject matter expert. One of the sales agents would be a team member. The finance assistant would be an analyst and researcher. The marketing manager would be good as a creative thinker. One of the property managers would be good as a quality controller. Once Jamie and Sarah have picked their team members, Sarah, as a team leader, lets the team members know while Jamie organises a meeting time. So I just want you guys to break off into pairs and discuss what has Jamie and Sarah done here and what part of the process would this be. I want you guys to have a look at how they've allocated the team members and why they allocated it in that way.
Like one, and allocated.
And if we go up, like instead of just putting it right in the other one, yeah, they've got to change what they're doing, so they've actually got ideas to do with it. They've actually got ideas from all people.
I'm just in the group that have.
Yeah. So they've got the ideas from everyone, and then, yeah, and then they pick people. Like, it's sensible that Jamie, I thought that's really good, is the subject matter expert is Jamie's concern and idea in the first place. So the people are chosen according to what they might be good at, but feel is important that they can do.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to start to input, they're in the early stages of implementing, aren't they, like creating a team according to things.
Yeah, that's right. Early implementation.
Yeah.
Yes, and part of that is like, yep, they pick the team members. They will let you know and variable at the time.
That's right.
Yeah. Nice. This is exactly what we're doing at work. Is that we're going to a large
I'd like to be doing it my lunch.
It's so funny. It's like so on point with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when we were practicing.
When you talk about buy-in and people feeling.
Yeah. I was presenting something on Thursday morning to the manager at Lifehacker Bodyboard, and we were practicing this Wednesday night. I was like, oh, I've got to include that. We've got to clarify the roles of everyone in the steering committee.
All right. How do we go? Good?
Yeah, good.
It's so well.
Did you want to tell us some of your reflections with them, please?
Sure. Well, what has been done, they've created a team to start that implementation of their continuous improvement. But what Ben really picked up on, and I thought was a really great point, is that the ideas did come from everyone, so that it wasn't just the sort of like key group that had all the ideas. They got all the ideas from the broader organisation and then identified people with key roles to then really take those learnings to then, I guess, start implementing it, continuous improvement.
How about you, Serena?
Yeah, just that it's really clear that they made the roles and responsibilities the focus, and going to a smaller group after the wider team still means that it's going to be highly collaborative, and the wider team was still involved So I'll have some context when it inevitably comes back to them, to the wider team. Yeah.
Creating the team, allocating the roles is sort of what is the basis of what they're starting. Now, with building a team, creating a positive team environment, what is a critical part of that?
Getting everyone's perspectives.
Getting buy-in, making people feel like it was their idea,
Yeah.
like they were in.
And like supporting one another.
My word would be different. What is critical to building a positive team environment?
Encouragement.
Encouragement, we haven't touched on it, but yeah. So moves on to our encouraging team members.
You know, a little bit.
It's great.
It's crucial to building a positive team environment. Team members who feel valued and included are more likely to contribute to achieving the team's goals than team members who feel excluded and not valued. To be able to achieve the goals of continuous improvement, you need to encourage participation by other team members. You can encourage team members by acknowledging team members' efforts and contributions, giving and receiving constructive feedback, setting clear goals and expectations, celebrating achievements, offering assistance, using inclusive work practices, sharing open communication, sharing information and resources. Team members who are encouraged are more likely to feel supported and motivated to complete their tasks, which can result in an increase of quality of work. It will mean that they will feel more comfortable to participate and contribute to making decisions and using their initiatives.
You can hear how encouraging shifts team members.
Really shit them. Yeah.
Have a bit of a class discussion. What techniques have you experienced that help encourage your team at Gear Up? And what techniques would you not encourage a team?
Rita has a really great example around work recognition.
I think it's important to take a strength-based approach. So if there's something that someone's doing well, then to make sure that that's really clear, whether that's before you're forming a team and, letting them know why they're taking up that role or responsibility so that they've got greater confidence in their own capability. Probably as well as how that fits within the expectations of the team. So it's not, this is just rosy and forgetting something that, you don't want someone to do, but it's just within the expectations. This is what you're great at, and that's what we need to see more often, recognizing people even before they've demonstrated some work.
Yeah.
So you can come back to that and reinforce the expectations that they're hopefully, delivering on really well.
Yeah. So it falls under a few of them, doesn't it? Where you acknowledge them, what they can do and their strengths, offering the goals and the expectations, and then giving the feedback. Yeah. All right. So let's just jump on to the last slide and have a bit of a summary of what we've learned so far. But what are some of the needs for teamwork to function effectively?
Collaboration. Communication.
I feel like everyone needs to feel like equal, like they're going to be heard as well as everybody else.
Yeah, having that respect.
Yeah, respect for every individual.
What are some of the teamwork roles?
Oh, you've got to have the leader,
Leader.
the administrator to do like that sort of admin support around that team function.
Yeah, coordination.
Yeah.
Coordination, subject matter experts, team members,
I
analysis.
liked the creative thinker
Mm.
because what I think was really interesting as you brought up that role is that creative thinker is often not in a job description, but it's like a really important component. So it's like a really important like soft skill and like within someone that you see in like an interview.
Mhm.
And so yeah, clearly a needed team role, but yet isn't like, you know, a KPI.
I would feel that the creative thinker would also be tied in with a subject matter expert because you know all about it and you can look at the different views and different ways of doing something because of the experience and be a bit more creative because of that. You're not learning it.
Mm.
And it could even, like, depending on the team, and if they're like resistant to a change, then someone who's a subject matter expert might be unwilling to let go of something that they feel is working for them as well. So having a variety within the team so you can, you know, go, yes, this is how it is or has been, but this is what we're working towards, and having that, you know, those different roles allows people to sort of step aside from their actual position as well, just to know what their role is in the team. I think that's really valuable.
And then we learned about some of the ways you can encourage your teams. Anyone got some examples?
Feedback.
Yeah.
Constructive.
I think affirming people is
Encouraging.
yeah, affirming individuals, not just critiquing them. Yeah.
Progress updates and yeah, so people know where they're at. Keeping the team involved.
Just using the communication and the golden expectations. All right, so let's have a go at a test. So this one is similar to the link up, where we've got the teamwork roles and then we've got the restrictions. Now we just need to write the letters of the descriptions in the boxes that fit the role. And
Thank you. On this one. I don't have to ask questions this time.
Yeah, but that's a great picture. Explain it. You get this.
Start.
Yeah, good pictures.
all right, do you guys want to pass yours over to the person next to you? We'll go through it together, eh? All right, so we're a bit short on time, so we're not going to read through the descriptions. But team leader, should be E.
Good.
Coordinator / administrator, so as administrator should be C. Subject matter expert should be F. Team member is A. Analyst is H. Creative thinker is D. Researcher is B. Quality controller is
G.
Alright.
What's that?
Well done, guys.
You're out, Bubs.
Alright, so
My name on my test. That's okay. Let me put my name.
by the end of this 30-minute session, learners will understand the need for teamwork and identify teamwork roles for continuous improvement. I feel like we have knocked that on the head. So what I would like you guys to do is, like the last session, just fill out the feedback form. And then
Gosh, it's a big feedback form.
we'll have some afternoon tea and have a bit of a break, and then we'll come back for the last session of this training plan, which will be planning and monitoring team progress. Awesome, no worries. All right, we'll take those feedback forms out on your break, and then we'll see you next session.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Alex.